It's Edward Goldman with our talk on KCET. Americans always had a love relationship with the Russian culture. Think about theater, Chekhov, or literature, Tolstoy and Dostoevsky, or music, Stravinsky, Tchaikovsky. Very powerful indeed. You have to experience it. It's very addictive, I have to warn you. Being Russian, I want to have a little bit more passion. I want to be connected with what's happening on the stage. And this is the most amazing performance. He is performing to the sound of his own heart. It's very demanding, very rewarding performance. When I went back to Russia a few years ago, and I haven't been there for 18 years, I met all my friends, all my colleagues in the museum, and I was amazed to see that the same people, but their faces and their eyes were kind of empty of energy and joy of life. Talking about the Russians, it's in Russian, drinking like there is no tomorrow. And so it goes on and on and on. I have a very unscientific theory. Flickering images on walls, on mirrors, and bouncing off each other, and you feel like you cannot understand, you cannot put a linear story on that, you can only respond to that on a level slightly beyond your intellect. It's totally mesmerizing. And as usual, remember that art does your body good.
Now, if you have a second choice, where would that be?
I have a guilty pleasure to recommend the British new movie Wings of the Dove. It's another adaptation of Henry James' novel, and it's a usual story with an American heiress coming to Europe. She's very wealthy, and she's meeting the very well-born but living in very diminished circumstances British girl.
Edward, Henry James novels have been great to read. They have not done well on the big screen, though.
Yes, currently a very kind of flat-footed production of Washington Square, which I don't recommend, but this Wings of the Dove, it's highly recommended.
Let's take a quick look at a clip from Wings of the Dove.
Where did you go all morning?
To the park.
You leave your aunt for him, with everything she could give you?
I love him.
What if I didn't let you leave tonight?
I'd be penniless, cast out of society.
I'm not leaving until she talks to me.
She doesn't want to see you.
So what's the most striking part of Wings of the Dove in the eyes of you, the film critic?
For me, guilty pleasure again, Helena Bonham Carter. I'm in love with this actress. It's a pleasure to look at her. She is getting more and more bewitchingly beautiful, it's possible to believe, and I think that she is developing in the leading British actress.
Okay.
There is an impossible love triangle between people, each of them loving each other deeply and deceiving at the same time. And at the end of the movie, you see a love-making scene you've never seen before. And when camera is zooming on the faces of devastated by what they've done to each other people, you're just gasping for the air.
Okay. Edward, magnificent recommendation, but I must press you for a third. You've recommended a museum, you've recommended a movie. Tell us, what would your third choice be?
Just let me take a liberty to say that movie Wings of the Dove takes place in Venice, and you've never seen Venice the way it's done on this screen.
Absolutely. Now, the third choice.
Will be Barefoot Diva, known to everyone who likes the music. It's Cesaria Evora. She is a black woman.
Cesaria Evora.
Cesaria Evora, let me say it again, clear. She comes from the Cape Verde Islands of the west coast of Africa. She was discovered only 10 years ago. And she is singing the songs which are called mourners, wistful, longing, sentimental ballads.
Mourners.
Yes, she's compared with Billie Holiday and Edith Piaf, but she's not self-indulgent as any of them.
Let's let our audience take a listen for themselves to the sound of Cesaria Evora.
Petit pays, je t'aime beaucoup. Petit, petit.
Edward Goldman, when did you first run into Cesaria Evora?
I've been driving my car on the freeway, and all of a sudden, on my own station, KCRW, another plug, I'm hearing this unbelievable, mournful, velvety, tangy sound of her voice. I had to get off freeway immediately, to drive to the nearest record store, buy CD, and next few days I've been doing nothing but listening to her CD until people, my neighbors, started to bang on my door. Stop doing that.
Well, they won't bang on their door if they go to hear her in concert, which you can do. Cesaria Evora will be in concert on November 8th at the Veterans Wadsworth Theater. For more information, you can call 310 UCLA ART. That's 310 UCLA ART. Edward Goldman, that's a whirlwind tour. Do you have any final thoughts for this, the first segment?
Oh,
the
yes.
Arts Critics Corner.
Oh, yes, Hugh. It's fear no art.
Fear no art?
Treat it as a cake. And you will be surprised. More you eat of this cake, bigger it becomes. So, bon appetit.
Edward Goldman, thank you for joining us on Life and Times. Well, tell us what you think about anything that you've seen, from the art to the astronomy. Here's how. That is all, unfortunately, that we have time for this evening. Thank you for watching. Good night.
Life and Times is made possible by the following corporations and foundations. The James Irvine Foundation, which is dedicated to the development of an informed California citizenry. GTE, a company committed to telecommunications excellence and an open dialogue among all people. And Bank of America.
Bank of America is proud to support public television and the Los Angeles community as a corporate sponsor of KCET, and to invest in the economic growth of Los Angeles County through its Community Partnership Initiative.
And the L.K. Whittier Foundation, dedicated to improving the quality of life by supporting innovative endeavors in the fields of medicine, health, science, and education.
A boca tem comparação. Bota papia de macima, tintiroti na figueira. Esse uma fama, tudo alguém já tá com cheio. Esse boca grande e raganhão. Bota papia mais que ninguém.